Yes, guys, good afternoon. Good every time that anytime you're watching this video. I'll be doing a very quick breakdown on top down analysis plus Trendline, and I'll be using USDJPY for example. So please pay attention as I break down this chart and show you possible entries as you watch this video. So first of all, you want to always, if you're doing top down analysis using Trendline, you always want to combine them with support and resistance, which is very, very, very important. You want to mark your key levels. So you'll be entering on 5 minutes or the 15-minute time frame. So you count daily time frames ahead. So that's starting from the daily time frame. We don't need this weekly time frame. Just start from the daily time frame. So how do you go about it? Look, you have to look out the key levels in this chart. Remember, you are not entering your trade on a higher time frame. You just want to break down the key levels. And one of the key levels that we have right here is this. We have this as a key level, and you've also marked the low as another key level right here. So once this is done, you look to your right. You start from your left, right? You look to your right. You see the price respected this same level right here, and also respecting it again right here. So you still break this down because this is a key level. The high respected the previous high, and this is the low we are expecting price to also what respect. So if you zoom out from here, you will see that this low did not take out this low, right? Did not take out liquidity from this low. So what are we going to do next is to scale down to smaller time frame to see what's actually happening in the market. Stay focused, guys. We just finished the day time frame and we're moving slowly to smaller time frame. So you want to fine tune all of those lines, right? Fine tune them so it will be very, very accurate. Now you see that there's nothing much on the 4 hours time frame, but what we can still do here, we can now introduce our trend line. Remember, the daily time frame is for us to mark out the key level areas. So on 4 hours time frame, we want to start marking out our trend line, and I use this to call the rail line, not this trend line. It helps me to get more accuracy whenever I'm drawing my trend line. So this is what we have right here. This is very valid. How did I know that? This say valid, multiple touch points, close to the touch points, liquidity graph from here. So it makes it valid. And remember, I always say that starts your trend line at a support or resistance area, right? So and this area right here is a support area. This is a support area right here. Can you see? So this is why I started my trend line from this point. I didn't just pick any random point. I picked it from a support area, and you can see price rallied on that trend line. And we see we have slightly a kind of break from that trend line. So we fine tune again, going to the 1 hour time frame. So what do we have? You can fine tune the trend line, fine tune it so that it will be very, very precise. We have it as star. Fine tune all your lines that you've drew. The scale down, you can see this place need refinement. Everything has to be precise at exact price level, right? So you can see now. Look at this trend line right here. Look at the touch point, very, very accurate. Look at this touch point. Look at where we started. Look at the bounce. Price got here, bounced off. So very, very simple, guys. Look at this. Now price broke through it and we're testing the trend line. We are still expecting more bearish movement. So what we're going to do here is you can just want to, if you want to beautify your trend line, you can just turn it to a channel, just clone it, and you have your support and resistance trend line, right? Very, very accurate. Can you see, guys? Let me zoom out. Can you see the touch points? Price respecting this trend line, this resistance trend line. And now, as at this time, price broke out from that trend line, right? And it's about to, retesting the trend line. We got a breakout, retesting the trend line, we expect more bearishness, right? So if you scale down to the 15-minute time frame, what do we have here? So you can decide to take entries at this 15-minute time frame, and you can also decide to wait for more confirmation. Now this 15-minute time frame we have right here a fair value gap, right? Which is also a kind of clue and confirmation for an entry. So you can have so-called a fair value gap. Is the fair value gap right here? Price is filling up that fair value gap, so we can still expect more bearishness. So where will you take your entries, and where are you going to take your take profit area? So I told you guys, for your take profit areas, you mark out the touch points from those trend line. Those will be your take profit targets, because price will want to take out liquidity that is resting in those areas. So starting from here, we have this. So we have this as well. This is a liquidity area resting at this point. You can mark this zone. Right. So, but if you look closely, this is a very stronger one, because this low respected this low right here. So this is a stronger liquidity area than this zone. Can you see, guys? So we have that. Look at this area. You can mark this because this low respected this low. So we have a touch points like this. Can you see? We are just marking out all those valuable talking points. So now, going back to the source point of that trend line, we have something like this. So with this, we've marked out all our potential targets that price will want to take liquidity off from, right? So let's scale down to 5 minute time frame. Remember, we are still using top down analysis using trend line. So on your 5 minute time frame, you want to look at the recent trend of the market. You can also use this for entry. So you have your real line starting from here, marking it out like this. So this is the recent trend that happened in the market, right? This will also help us to note the liquidity area, right? It will help us to note a liquidity area right here. Price took out the liquidity resting on this trend line and broke in as you're giving us a false breakout at this stop. Price broke out again one more time, and if this closes bearish below this trend line and below this zone, we have a very good entry. So that is our confirmation. We'll wait for price to break below this trend line and also break below this zone as a confirmation for our entry. So to fine tune that confirmation, we could get a fair value gap. For you to look at for a very immediate fair value gap, you can use your 1 minute time frame for confirmation. So you scale down. You can start with this as your first take profit. You can close some partials on this setup right here. So you can target all the way. See. So this is a very, very good risk reward already, and remind you can see target all the way to all the next liquidity area as you ride the trend. So this is a very valuable setup. But remember, our confirmation is for us to have a break in into this trend line and break back in from this zone, then also wait for a CI SD, that is change of market character, which is this. So you can still expect price to break this particular change price right here. Price should break it all the way here and retest, probably come back in and give us a pull down. So this is a selling opportunity on USD JPY. So you can mark this on your chart and see expect bearishness, and as well, if price refuse to sell and price goes all the way up here, this is what we're expecting. Let me mark that point. So if we're expecting bearishness, we expect price to give us a market structure shift, coming back all the way here and dip all the way to the downside, right? This is a probability, and this is another probability that price might play out, price might continue, might break out to this upside from here, give us a retest, and expect a pull up to the upside. So this is another probability. So we don't control the price, but this is the most the one that has high probabilities, because price in this initial trend we've been bearish, right? For some time we started going bearish, and you can see price dipping down already. Price dipping down already. So if you are watching this video right now, the moment I posted it, so this is a selling opportunity for you on USD JPY that you can actually take the trade. You can see price give us, just look at this, price dip down into this trend line, give us an FEG. This FEG is a confirmation for our entries. If you're in my trading community, you would have understood this by now. You can see price all the way giving us a clean retest. Look at this, price retest the trend line and dip down, right? So this is the same setup we're expecting right here. Price gave us an FEG, retest on the FEG, and we're expecting bearishness on this particular trade. So that's that for this video. See you guys in the next video.